It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. Now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? Hey, did you have a great weekend? I hope you had a great weekend. It's a brand new day. It's a brand new week. Monday, December 4th, 21 days until Christmas. The Geno Jones Show. I come to you live Monday through Friday. My normal start days and times, Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. in Chicago, 3:30 p.m. out in Los Angeles. If you're chilling out there in Maui, in Hawaii, 1:30 p.m. Please subscribe, share, screen grab, create a viral moment. Let's make the show go viral. Screen grab, like, and binge watch all my back episodes. I got a big show. I have a guest that I am so excited. So I had a bad mic and didn't realize it until, well, I got my technician, my engineer on the phone. But anyway, she was supposed to come on last Wednesday, but she is here now. She is in my green room, and you will see her. She has an organization. She runs an organization called Gene's Angels. And man, they are truly, and she is truly doing God's work. So I always love, I use, humor, entertainment, comedy, and just compelling conversation that's like the candy to get you to watch and tune in so I can share these pearls of wisdom and share knowledge and wisdom and let you see and meet people that are doing great work that's all about the culture, our culture, the culture of humankind, but specifically our culture is Black Americans, is Black folks, African Americans, whichever name, whatever word you choose to use. From the African diaspora, I digress. So let me start off today's show by congratulating Ashanti and Nelly. So now you know that they got back together, hooking up, dating and everything. Folks have seen them out in public with the PDA, all that. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Public displays of affection. And I guess that ain't the only place they've been showing some affection, because Ashanti is having her first child. Yes, congratulations. I think Ashanti's 49. And congratulations to Ashanti. So she's having a baby, Nelly's baby, and her baby. This is going to be Ashanti's first child, like I said. And Nelly I know he has one child by another relationship. So country grammar, gonna be a daddy again for a second time. Go ahead, Miss Ashanti. And Black don't crack, because the sister's looking good, doing her thing. Always on time. I love that joint, her and Ja Rule. Always on time. That's one of my favorite songs of all time. So congratulations to Ashanti and Nelly, and congratulations to the Queen Bee, Beyonce. So her movie, it's like a documentary, Renaissance, came out over the weekend. #1 at the box office. What would you expect? Now, the Thanksgiving weekend movies usually don't do that well, because that money and that time people are using. They're going Christmas shopping and trees and gifts and Black Friday. So movies that come out after Thanksgiving usually don't do that well. As a matter of fact, $21 million first weekend. No movie has done that well in nearly 20 years. So shout out to Beyonce. Now, don't ask me about Taylor Swift, because Beyonce released hers at an entirely different time. So Queen Bee, you're still the Queen Bee. Queen Bee like a bad bee and all that. Miss Beyonce, the B stands for a whole lot of things. She's bad, and I digress. So congratulations. And, I don't know, I guess you could say congratulations. Usher, he finished his Vegas residency Saturday night. The brother dropped to his knees and he was in tears because he really hated that this residency ended. And he just wanted to, he said to his fans, God bless you. I love you, as he dropped to his knees. As a matter of fact, that ain't the only thing that was dropping. Relationships was dropping off, because he was like the home wrecker. Usher Raymond, home wrecker. the man that sold out Vegas and broke up many a happy home. So, as a matter of fact, I saw some video. So Mary J. Was out there, I guess, over the weekend. You got to see the video because Mary's only about 7 years older than Usher, but she probably looking like a little brother. And Usher was putting them Usher moves on her, and Mary was like, all right, now, come on now, don't be touching my leg. She grabbed his hand, and she was pushing him away, but that kind of, like, I'm pushing you away, but come closer. Come closer. Come closer. And he was like, I love it. And then at the end, they gave each other a big hug. I don't know, Usher held on, and Mary was holding on to that hug a little longer. I'm like, okay. There's like a rule. You hug somebody, it's like really a second and a half. So if a hug if it goes to two seconds or longer, then it's a little more than a hug. You know what I'm saying? Really, a hug should be about a half a second. Maybe, now family, it's different. Like if you had a loss, but y'all know what I'm talking about, So it's a 2-second rule. So if it's over 2 seconds, it's something going on. I'm just telling you. If nobody else ever told you that, you can say you heard it here first on the Geno Jones Show. Happy birthday today, December 4th. The woman that brought you America's Top Model. And oh boy, she was, for many years, America's Top Model. She was the first black woman to be on the cover of the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. I remember because when it came out, I had a copy. As a matter of fact, not only was she on the cover of Sports Illustrated's swimsuit issue, which is like the largest selling issue that Sports Illustrated has, and one of the biggest sellings issues of any magazine, she was on the cover of Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue not once but twice. I'm talking about Miss Tyra Banks. 50, the big nickel today. Happy big nickel. Happy 50th birthday, Miss Tyra Banks. Bad sister. And speaking of bad, one of the baddest, man. One of the greatest rappers of all time. Some, maybe more than some. Many say he might be the greatest. I can't pick. I got a lot of them. I don't know who's my greatest, but he's right. Let's put it this way. He's right at the head of the class. Him, Biggie, Pac. I'm throwing my man Common because he's from the south side of Chicago, and he don't get a lot of love and respect. But anyway, Sean Carter. From the Marcy Projects to damn near billionaire, Jay-Z. Happy birthday today. Jay-Z is 54. All right, now, let me bring on my guest. Like I said, I'm so excited to bring on my guest. She runs an organization called Gene's Angels. And there was on Thanksgiving, she was part of a group of nonprofits that not only served hot meals, but they provided clothing, furniture, things, blankets, comforters, things I saw almost like appliances, just things that you might need in your home, items. It was amazing to see. She provides like hot showers, and she helps homeless people find homes. So you see this beautiful face on the screen, beautiful spirit. The sister's doing great work. So I'm so excited to finally get on the show. I want you to welcome Katrina Carpenter to the show. Hi, Katrina. How are you?
Hey, Geno. I'm good. How are you?
You got that $1 billion smile that radiates, that beautiful spirit radiates. So like I was telling my audience, man, what you guys pulled off, and shout out to my man Kendrick Al Bannister with the Crate Group and all the other organizations that you guys partnered with, which I love to see that, because the narrative in the other folks, the colonizers media, is that, black folks ain't never come together. And that's not true.
Right.
Actually, we can. But when we do, that ain't nobody interested in that story. Who wants to see a story about black unity and black love? No, nobody wants to see that.
That's true.
But that's the mentality. That's why we have to own our own media companies, which is why I am here in front of you with my own media company, so we can tell our own stories, and we can tell it the right way.
That's true. And that's important.
It is. But to see all the organizations come together, because it allowed you all to do so much. I think you all had hot meals for over 1,000 people. So why don't you just talk about that event and how you guys, all the different nonprofits came together to serve the community. And it was a shock for me to see so many people in need.
Yes. So I met Keith Gaines and his family maybe a year ago, and he's the GM at the Hilton. So last year he worked with Austin Bailey Elementary to provide hot meals for families in the area. So this year, and last year they served about 200 people. So this year he came to me and he said, "Hey, look," he said, um, I want to have the numbers you have. So like this summer, I actually did a giveaway at Austin Bailey and I partnered with the Hilton and they provided dinner for them as I did my giveaway. So of course we served about 2,400 people. So he said, I need those numbers for Thanksgiving. So I said, well, okay, I canceled my family's cruise and I got on the mission and started posting. We had a sit down, and when I got there, it was Mr. Kendrick there from the crate. We had my apostle from Bold Ministry. We had, of course, Keith Gaines because him and his family is the creator of this Thanksgiving Day event. And then there were several other nonprofits that showed up, and we all kind of worked together. So, he was like, okay, I got the food in the kitchen. The nonprofits helped with the volunteering, staffing, making sure we had people to help get items to the car. And I told him, I said, well, I have the items, I have the people, and we're going to do this. So I started posting, and in like an hour, the post had already shared maybe like 260 times. So when I got up that morning, I got a call at 6:50 and was like, people are already here. I was like, that's a normal Jeans Angels giveaway. So yes, we were excited. We served about 1,100 people. They were able to get multiple meals to go home with. Um, we provided hygiene, toiletry items. We do appliances from coffee makers to pots, pans, you name it. We had vacuum wet bags to clean out your cars. We had blowers for the leaves. We had a table for men as well as clothes. We had so many brand new towels, sheets, comforters. So my thing is to provide services so when family go home, they go home with something that's new, something of quality, and then it can help them save money because they won't have to worry about buying these items. So it makes my heart happy. I think Saturday that Thanksgiving was awesome for everyone to be able to work together. I think there was a little over 100 and maybe 20 volunteers that day working together. That was amazing.
It was
Yes.
beautiful to see. Now, how are you able to get out? I guess companies donate. And like you said, the amazing thing was a lot of times holidays people give away maybe as they say slightly used if they can't do new. But everything
Right.
that you all gave away was new. How are you able to do that?
So actually, we do get donations whenever like Walmart or Target may have some items. They donate. Walmart is really a big supporter of ours. But overall, we do fundraisers. We have amazing sponsors who will donate money. And when we get those donations, 100% go back to the community. So me and my husband travel as far as Georgia. We go to North Carolina and we buy truckloads of items unseen, so that's why at a giveaway, you can come there and get everything from household to automotive because a lot of times we don't know what's on the truck. We just pay for the pallets and we bring them back and we bless the community. So this is our third year doing it, and it's been a blessing.
So
It's been
what
a
what
blessing.
what inspired you to do that?
So I started Jeans Angels pouring into kids who have a parent with terminal illness because I lost my mom to ovarian cancer, and then just helping our senior citizens. In 2020, I lost two brothers a month apart, and that is when we started our Heart for the Homeless, where we started building shower trailers and mobile laundry trailers to help the homeless. But during COVID, I noticed no one was really out there serving the people. Everyone kind of shut down. The churches shut down.
Yeah.
Companies that could help shut down. And I was just like, somebody has to do it. So I started by buying my first truckload of pallets, and I would make up care bags and just like drop them off at random senior citizens' houses. And I had my aunt in Charleston. I had people in Dorchester, and I'm in Berkeley County. So they're like, "Well, do you know me?" And I'm like, "No, I don't know you, but I got your name from a church." And I know at that time, senior citizens really weren't going out because they needed to stay inside and be
Yes.
protected. So I was just like, well, let me do something for the whole community. So in my neighborhood, I live in Marshall Grove. I was like, well, I'm gonna run out the clubhouse area, and I did my very first giveaway, and I might have had like 1,100 people showed up, and I was so amazed. So I said, well, you know what? Okay, let us go out and do what we need to do, and that's spread God's love, be a blessing to them. So we went from doing our giveaways to doing private giveaways for our McKinney Vento students, which is homeless in the school system. So we've done one at Burke High School. I just did one at Cane Bay maybe 3 weeks ago. We served about 700 people, brand new jackets, brand new shoes. I have to thank Mr. Caldwell Pinckney with District 7 because him and um, the county councilmen in Moncks Corner donated and gave us money to help purchase the jackets and the shoes. So I'm excited. Matter of fact, we're getting ready to do a giveaway Saturday in Cross.
Okay.
Mhm.
Wow, the same thing. Yeah, amazing. Now I want you to talk about. Don't you have almost like mobile showers for the homeless? You do so much for the homeless. If you don't mind, I would love for you to share that.
So in 2020, I started working with the homeless. And of course, I'm big on listening. And the biggest thing they wanted to do is feel a part of society. So I said, well, I'm going to build this mobile shower trailer. And then I realized no one around here builds them. So then when the guy told me it would be $25,000 more to do a hydraulic lift, I said, well, we don't have that. So we started off by doing 4 washers and dryers. The next year, God said more. So we ended up building a mobile trailer that has 3 showers. One's ADA, two standard. We also have a barbershop with 2 chairs. It has a kitchen, plus it has laundry. In the event of a natural disaster, we're able to take that trailer anywhere to help. Um, we fundraise really, really hard to get this money up. And I can remember meeting Robert Cruz on the Easter weekend. He was giving out hams, and I said, hey, can we give out our Easter basket? He said, yes. So then he said, I'm going to help you. And I can remember him calling me. And he said, I know how I'm going to help you. He said, I'm going to give you a truck to pull this trailer. And I was so amazed. I was in tears. And then he said, well, when is the trailer coming? I said, well, it's finished, but I have to pay the $50,000 balance off. So he said, come on down the cruise. They gave us $10,000. So
Wow.
shout out to Robert Cruz, The Point, H&H, which is Hunter and Haywood, Target, Walmart, Dominion, and I know I'm saying it, Dominion Energy, for donating to help us actually build the trailer. And those were our sponsors. And the other half came from everyone who sent donations and fundraising. So half was built off of sponsorship, and the other half was built on donations. Shout out to Mayor Sumney who donated $10,000 to the truck after we did our ribbon cutting. So thank you, as well as Molina Health. So all those fundings help us provide propane, so we are able to provide hot showers, dry clothing, purchase gas at every giveaway. I mean, every shower event, we provide brand new clothing, toiletry items, as well as shoes, socks, clothing, and underwear. So I'm just grateful. I'm truly grateful.
So, Katrina, how often are these shower events, and how do you determine where you want to go, and how can maybe somebody that's watching now may have a family member or friend or somebody that's homeless, or who knows, maybe somebody that's homeless may be watching at somebody's house. How do you determine that?
So I want to go everywhere. And I thought it was going to be easy, but it's not. So we finally found 3 churches. Well, we're down to 2 now, but we have two, three, no, 3 churches that we set up. So on the first and third Monday of every month, I'm at Grace Alliance Church off of North Shore Drive in North Charleston. So I was out there today. The second and fourth Monday, I'm at Grace Chapel, which is off of Latson Road, and that is from 11 to 2. Grace Alliance is from 12 to 3. The second and fourth Wednesday of every month, I'm set up in Moncks Corner. And then the second and fourth Tuesday, which I skipped over, I am at Oak Grove Baptist Church, which is off of Rivers Avenue. So I'm in North Charleston every week, and then I'm in Latson and Berkeley County every other week.
So, do you find is it challenging? Because I would assume those are homeless. They probably are challenged when it comes to transportation.
Mhm.
Do you uh, is there any way you guys help with that, or how how do those who find themselves homeless, and obviously if they're homeless, they may not, well, some people are probably living in their car, but
Right.
some people are not living in their cars, and do they find a way to make it to you guys?
So, and off of Latson Road, a lot of them have vehicles, but I actually get in my truck and I drive around and I pick the homeless up. So whether I'm at Oak Grove, whether I am at Grace Alliance or Grace Chapel, I actually go out to the camps. I go out to the stores. I'm driving down the street and I'm like, "Hey, get in!" So people are like, "Are you crazy?" And I'm just like, "Hey, I'm covered by the blood of Jesus." So I actually pick them up. I let them eat, take showers, and do everything they need to do, and then I take them back to where they need to be.
Did you talked about your loss with your mom and with your other family members. Uh, in that moment, you probably didn't see this vision of where you are now. Did you ever dream that it would be what you're doing in terms of the volume, the thousands of people that you're able to help? Was that part of your vision all along, or have you surprised yourself? What Share that with us.
I have surprised myself. Yeah, I've surprised myself. I've always been a giver. My mom has been a giver. She would feed anybody. So in college, they used to call me Mama Trina. I'm the youngest, but I would cook, feed everybody, and do. And when I lost my mom, I laid there and she took her last breath, and I just could not get it together. And one day, my daughter came in the room and she played. She said, "Mommy, I have something for you." And she played "I'm Happy" by Pharrell. And I smiled, and at that point, I realized I'm a mother that has 3 children, and my baby's 3, and she's playing this for me. I need to get up from where I'm at. And I end up leaving MUSC going into dialysis because I wanted to be the smile that everyone saw when they first walked through the door. Because it was challenging taking my mama to and from chemo. Some
Mm,
people are mean, they're not friendly, they don't want to be to work that day. So I was determined I was going to be there to help them. So then I started by pouring into children who were parents or patients of ours at the dialysis center. And it just went from there to every year I take a group of kids. We're up to 25 kids a year. We take them for an entire week to Disney World. Um, so the kids are super excited. We go swimming, we go to different theme parks. So I went from there to doing annual book bag giveaways. We went from doing 10 kids a year to now this year our giveaway at King Bay served 5,700 people. And then, of course, Christmas, we started with just doing select family and always adopt a nursing home. Well, we always adopt a nursing home, but now last year we gave away 5,000 toys. This year our goal is 10,000 toys plus 150 bikes. So I'm just excited. And then when we started with the homeless mission and the trailers, I wake up some morning and say, "Lord, is this really real?" I am just following exactly what it is He told me I need to do. So when you're obedient to God, He will make sure everything aligns. I won't tell you it has been a picnic, but I will tell you it's worth it. I woke up this morning to a text that says, "I am so grateful to have a bed." When you can
wow,
go furnish someone who's been living on the street for years in an apartment and they can text you the next morning and say they're just grateful to have a bed, that makes all my tears, all my aches and pains worth it. It does.
I could imagine.
It really does.
My number one fan, which is my mother, who's watching me right now, taught me many valuable lessons. But one thing she would always say, she would say, "Jeannie, when you allow God to use you as a vessel, your
Yes.
blessings will come down like rain from heaven." And
Yes.
that is why you have been blessed. When we first met, just spirits connect. And I told you, you reminded me uh, of my grandmother. My mother's very giving. I'm less. My grandmother gave, I will still say to this day, too much, because she gave to everybody to the point that she neglected her health.
Right.
And she died, I believe, from the same thing that your mom died from, because she didn't believe in doctors, because she lived through the period of what happened with Tuskegee and the syphilis experiment and all that, and Henrietta
Right.
Lacks, and so. But uh, I think I shared the story with you. There was uh, I was about, I don't know, 10, 11. I know my mother's watching. I couldn't have been any more than maybe 10. I wasn't even like close to being a teenager. and there was a woman who was working with my mother, and apparently she had an abusive boyfriend or whatever.
Mhm.
I don't even know if it was a spouse, but the man she was in a relationship was abusive. Beat her up and kicked her, and she had 3 sons. Kicked them out of the house. So I guess she shared that story with my mother. My mother came home and told my grandmother about that story, and she said, let him come stay with us. Now, listen, we live in what they call in Chicago a two-flat. In New York, they call them brownstones. You have like the first floor, second floor, and a basement.
Uh-huh.
So we were on the second floor, 3 bedrooms, my mother and grandmother in the front bedroom, my grandfather, myself, and 2 giant professional sewing machines in the middle bedroom, and my 2
Wow.
sisters in the back bedroom. And all we had was a let-out couch. And I can still remember this woman's name to this day, Trilby Childress. I can't even
Wow.
remember the names of her boys. She had 3. They stayed with us, not for 1 year, they stayed with us over 2 years, and my grandmother did not take 1 penny for nothing, not for energy bill, utilities, food, rent, nothing. I think one time as a little kid, I shared the story with my mother. I overheard my grandfather, I guess, because he went from, my grandmother was a housewife. She took care
Mhm.
of my mother, and then she took care of me and my sisters. So he went from buying for 6 to buying for
Yeah.
10. He probably was like, hey, what are we doing here? I can still to this day hear my grandmother. Oh, Conway, you know that girl got kicked out on the streets. You go ahead and stop complaining. And I never heard that conversation again. So he must have got the message and didn't complain. But I share
Mhm.
that story. I'm sharing it with my viewers because when we met,
He's an angel.
um, you can, spirits connect,
Yes.
and you can look in someone's eye and you can just feel their spirit and listen to the conversation and know, okay, I know what that looks like, that spirit, that unselfishness. So
Mm.
the only thing I would ask and pray is that you make sure that you take time and take care of yourself. Like we talked when I first met, make sure that
Yes.
there's at least one person outside of God that pours into you like you pour into the world. Because
Yes.
unfortunately, my grandmother didn't have that, and she was almost 80. She would have easily lived to be 100. My grandfather was almost 100, but she poured into everybody to the point to where she just neglected her health. She never said no to
Yep.
nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Never said no to nobody. But fortunately or unfortunately, I know how to say no. So I don't have a problem because I watched my grandmother and my mother, because they'll take advantage of you.
And that's true.
They will mistake your kindness for weakness, and there are
Mm-hmm.
people that are givers and people that are takers and
Mm-hmm.
users. They can recognize people who have a big heart. It's like they're trained to find somebody like that to take advantage. Mm-mm, not
Yeah.
here. Nope, nope. Mm-mm.
So it was hard to say no, but I've learned in this season of where I'm at, God is showing me my discernment has always been good, but He's like, I'm perfecting it. I want you to know when someone's coming to you with a sad story, but not a true story.
Mm.
And He's showing me the one thing I don't want to be is a crutch for our community. So I don't want Gene's Angels just to give you everything and then you don't have anything to work towards or want to do better. I want to be able to help you get to where you need to be without being a crutch. So God is showing me how to say no. God is showing me how to. So when we do our events, we always have resources there. Even when we do our homeless showers, we have Dorchester, Charleston County Mental, we have the Kennedy Center, we have Dorchester Alcohol Abuse. We have all of these agencies that actually come out. Even the coroner's office in Mont's going to come out and we have them talk to them, give them some educational tools to help them for whatever they're fighting or whatever they need. And that's the key, is to set people up for success, not just to give them a band-aid and put it on there. No, I want to feed you, I want to cut your hair so you're able to go out here, smell good, look good, go to work and feel confident about yourself, but then also give you some resources to help. And that's the one thing I love. With last month, I think we moved in 7 homeless people into their own apartment. Like, I got so excited when one lady came to get her food. She was like, "I just moved." I was like, "Oh, let me go to storage." We drove all the way to storage. I forgot I had already left the keys at home, but guess what? I went home, got them keys, and came back, and we moved everything we could possibly move inside for them. So, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. We also provide for fire victims. So, just being able to help those that really have a need, and then knowing when to say no.
Well, I'm glad you can do that.
Yeah.
Katrina Carpenter, you are truly doing God's work, Gene's
Thank you.
Angels. Please let all my viewers know where they can support your organization. Um, when is your next big event? And you have a permanent home on this show, and you have a permanent. I'm not the king, I'm the king of MCs and hosts. So you got it right here. So please
So that
let
is
everybody know where
awesome.
they can be a blessing and bless you, so you can bless others.
So you can go to our website, which is www.jeansangels.org, JEANSANGELS.org. We have a Facebook page. Go like, share it. All of our events are updated first on social media. I will tell you, we have a giveaway coming up this Sunday. Is going to be at the Tri Community Center in Cross. We have Z93 and we have Reese G coming out to do a live remote. We have tons of food trucks and different vendors, but I will have a 226-foot truckload unloaded for you guys. The next Sunday on the 17th, we're giving away 10,000 toys, and they range from American Girl dolls to bikes. I mean, you name it, we have it. And we go from newborn all the way up to the age 16. So we have tons of things. So come out. Food trucks will be there. I want to give a shout out to Berkeley County Coroner's Office, as well as the FOP, Moncks Corner Fraternal Police Order, for donating the building, as well as giving us a donation. Shout out to Cruz Chevrolet for giving us a donation to purchase toys. Bear Heritage have donated toys. So for everyone who has been assisting us and making sure we have a awesome event for our children this Christmas, thank you.
And make sure you need to reach out. Don't forget to reach out to me and my station, Star 99.7. We'll definitely show you some love. My radio
Oh,
sister,
yes,
Savannah J, me, DJ D Nice. So reach out to us. Shout out to Reese Gita. That's my girl.
definitely
Good
will.
people. But yeah, we got you too. And like I said, you got the king, not the king, the king.
Well, I would definitely be reaching out because it'd be nice if you guys come out for the toy giveaway.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Definitely reach out to us. Katrina Carpenter, you are doing God's work.
Thank
May
you.
God continue to bless and have
Thank
favor
you.
on you, your family, and your organization, Gene's Angels. Thank you so much. If we don't, so anytime you got anything that you need to share with the public, like I said, you got a permanent home here.
Well, thank
Merry
you.
Christmas, Happy Holidays to you and your family, and continue to let God use you as a vessel to be a blessing to so many people. Thank you for
Well,
what you do.
thank you, and happy holidays to you and your family as well.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
All right.
I was
Bye-bye.
really excited to get her on the show, guys. Let me just click this real quick. I need to lean over there. I was really excited to get her on the show uh, because to witness, and it was the Thanksgiving event with all the different organizations. My buddy Kendrick Al Bannister's got the big Black Tie Gala coming up. The logistics, it was tight. I mean, it was almost choreographed, but it wasn't choreographed. It was just everything flowed. People got in and got what they needed and got their meals, and it just kept moving. It was amazing. Over 1,100 people. So shout out to the sister Katrina Carpenter and Gene's Angels. Hey, listen, thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you and especially you. God, most of all, thank you for letting me do the Geno Show, the Geno Jones Show. Bam! Now you can hear the Geno Show, the radio show. You can listen to it online. The TuneIn app, star997.com. 10 a.m. until 3 Eastern time. So if you're in Chicago, from 9 to 2. And if you're out in LA, you can check me out 7 in the morning till about noon. So subscribe, share, screen grab, like, and binge watch all my back episodes. If you missed some of this episode, go back and binge watch it. Copy and paste the link, share it, screen grab it. Let's make it go viral. Put it up on TikTok, on X, what he used to call it, Twitter, even though I ain't really messed with X because they got that racist ass Elon Musk. Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, right here. Create a YouTube short, whatever your platform or platforms are. Go ahead, let's make it go viral. Once again, thanks to Katrina Carpenter with Gene's Angels. They're doing incredible, amazing work, right? All right, everybody, the next live edition of the Geno Jones Show is going to be Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Shout out to Mr. Markel Bailey, the official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show. Check him out on Instagram. Kel be cutting up, KELBECUTTINUP. And Allie Jones, she is the drip director, the official wardrobe consultant and stylist for the Geno Jones Show. Check her out and her collection, the LX.NCL_collection on Instagram at L like Lexi X dot N LX.NCL underscore L like Lexi X dot N like Nanette, C like Charlie, L like Lexi underscore. So go back and if you missed some of this, go back and binge watch. Even if you saw the whole show, go back and binge watch it again. Tell everybody. Send this show to some of everybody you know, even folks you don't like. It don't matter. Strangers, aliens from outer space. I don't give a damn. Tell them all, right? And we'll see you live Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.